News of the approval of federal Sandy relief aid was met with praise here in the Garden State, but it's also only the beginning of what could be a long recovery. One organization that knows all too well has been aiding in the recovery efforts in the immediate aftermath of the storm. Here to tell us about that and more is Sherry Lynn Fazio, who is the Senior Director of External Affairs for Jersey Cares. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
For those who don't know, tell us more about Jersey Cares.
Sure. Jersey Cares is a nonprofit organization. We've been around since 1993, and what we do is we make volunteering easy. We manage all different types of volunteer projects every single day of the year, from individuals to corporations to large days of service throughout the state of New Jersey.
Now, once Sandy hit, you immediately went into action, but after the storm, what kind of work did you do?
So we have added actually about 750 new service projects to our existing programs.
Just because of the storm?
Just because of the storm. Wow. About 55% of our projects now are just in Ocean County, and previously Jersey Cares was throughout the state. We were statewide, but since the storm we have really focused our efforts more on Monmouth, Atlantic, and Ocean counties.
Now, you rely heavily on volunteers. Does that mean any of those people get paid, or all these hundreds of people are just coming together to volunteer their efforts?
They are. I mean, I get paid and my staff gets paid, but our 20,000 volunteers do not. They give all of their time out of the goodness of their heart, and many of them keep coming back time after time to give more.
Now, when you think about all those people coming together, I mean, what comes to mind? Are you surprised by that?
I'm not. I mean, I've been doing this so long that it's amazing every time. Every project is new. Every project is different. Every project has a different feel and spirit of the different volunteers that come out that day. But it's exciting, nevertheless, every time you see a new volunteer.
Now, some money also that you get comes from other foundations and other sources. Tell us about at least one of them.
Sure. The National Basketball Association is actually one of our greatest funders, and they're actually a group who not only donates to us and supports our cause financially, but their volunteers are out there immediately. As soon as the storm hit, they said, where can we send volunteers? How can we get them to work? How can we get them to the shore immediately?
And also the Robin Hood Foundation that we remember a lot about since 9/11, and also 12-12-12. We often wonder where that concert money went.
Sure.
Some of it went to you?
Yes. Well, Jersey Cares was one of the affiliates who received funding from that, and one of our projects actually was featured during the concert. You might have seen some volunteers in Union Beach, and some of my staff was there leading them in some sorting projects and some mucking out of homes.
When you talk about hundreds of projects, give us an example of one from beginning to where you are now.
Sure. So an example of one project that we do is where volunteers come to one of the distribution centers and they sort all of the donated items. Everybody wanted to help out after the storm and give something back, and there were a number of people who sent truckloads of different types of donated items to us, and we have volunteers that come in and sort those items and get them to the people who need them.
Also, tell us now, with Sandy Relief Aid package passed in Congress, what impact do you think it's really going to have in terms of federal dollars and being spent in some areas, including Jersey Cares?
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. We're very much so privately funded. We received teams of AmeriCorps members from the Corporation for National and Community Service, but as far as our funding is mostly private from corporations and individuals.
And how has the money and how has Jersey Cares impacted some of the other programs?
Well, it's challenging because before the storm hit, we already had service projects 365 days of the year. We already had all of our goals and all of the different outcomes that we needed. For example, the coat drive, we already had requests for 40,000 coats before the storm even hit.
So these are programs that were impacted before the storm hit?
Yes. So there's just even greater need now. But we have registered over 6,000 new volunteers who have already given back about 16,000 hours just on Sandy relief projects, which is amazing.
So if someone wants to be a part of Jersey Cares and wants to help, what do they do?
They go directly to our website. It's jerseycares.org, and you can actually register right online. You can see all the different projects that are available, and you can actually just go volunteer tomorrow if you'd like.
Okay, hopefully they will. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.